Sean Exotic here, Sean Exotic TV. Look me up on YouTube, Tipper TV. Well, anyway, I was talking to my buddy the other day about this Carol Baskin Robbins, and I just despise her. Ooh, I just hate her guts. Well, anyway, I was telling the story about how she always trying to destroy me and everything I do because my zoo is better than hers. So I was just wondering, if she's ever going to leave me alone. Because now she's putting all these lawsuits against me, and now I'm in jail. You know what it's like being this beautiful in jail. Whew, my butthole hurts. Well, anyway, I was telling a story about this Carol Baskins lady. This is exactly what I think happened. This is just speculation. It's not totally known to be true. This is just what I think happened. Why? Because I wasn't there. So, by the way, how you doing? But anyway, walking around, this Carol Baskin, she's like, oh, I want to get married. So she marries her husband. I don't know his name because I don't pay attention to it. So I'm just going to call him Craig. So Carol Baskin Robbins marries this guy named Craig. And she was like, hey, let's start a zoo and get all these zoo creatures, elephants, animals, stuff like that. Tigers, bears, lions. Lions, tigers, bears. Oh my, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, hey, let's start this. Let's make this zoo. And her husband's like, hey, baby, whatever to do to make you happy. And she's like, okay. So they get along really good for a few years. He's rich, millionaire, money out the wazoo, like money just dripping. Then one day she's like, I like what that Sean Exotic guy's doing at his zoo. I want to do that. And then he's like, no, I like my zoo the way it is. No. Well, let's go for a drive then, honey. So her and him, they get in the car. They get in the car or whatnot. And then they drive away. Well, in the car, something happens. And she's like, I just can't take it anymore. I want the zoo ran the way I want the zoo ran. He's like, no. So she hits him. Probably with a baseball bat or something. I don't know. I wasn't there. So then he looks like this. Boom, he gets beat up. Pow, pow, pow. So she drives his body back. Goes to the gates. Security! Can you help me unload this guy? And they're like, yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. What can we do? I need this. I don't know. He fell. I don't know what to do. Well, we'll just put him on the bed over here and we'll help him out. And then she's like, well, can you leave? He's good. I'm just going to let him rest. Right away, man. Security is just weird these days. I don't know. Anyway. So she's like, man, this guy's never going to let me do what I want to do. So what am I going to do? So she's like, looks around. I'm going to feed him to the animals. I'm sorry. I'm going to feed him to the animals. So she was like, this is just one speculation. I'm not sure. This is the one I think. So she drags his body. She drags his body. Hey. And throws them to the animals. And they start gnawing on them. Heck, I even think there was probably a cow in there eating too. I mean, I know they don't eat meat, but he was probably in there eating them too. Just something. So that's the first one. The second one was she was like this. She was like, I'm going to get this. I can't stand this guy. So she goes and she's like, hey, here's some money. And she pays this crazy bear to go and run up in the cage and just take care of him. So he was like, I got this. Yes, ma'am. And he's like, huh. And that's the last time we ever heard of the husband, Craig, or whatever his name is. I wasn't there. So some also say he's in a well yelling, help me, help, I'm dying down here, screaming. We actually have no idea what happened. I just know that she's coming after me, and I'm good to my animals. I mean, when they get out of line, sometimes I gotta be like, hey, stop doing that, please. And then I usually just sit here and I'm having tea time with him. So I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy at all. But my word to Carol Baskin Robbins is, if she was right in front of me, I would say to her, "You're not so bad. You're not so bad at all." And then she would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Sean Exotic. I'll drop the lawsuit. I don't want you in jail anymore. You're such a good guy. Sure, you walk around with your gun and you just wave it at random people and you got this weird mullet. But in the end, you're a really good guy. I mean, you're running for president. You're running for governor. The sky's the limit for you, and I'm holding you back." And I was like, "You dang right you are." And I was like, "Why don't you go over there, go to Chick-fil-A, and go give me some waffle fries for free?" And then she was like, "Okay, I'll do that." I think really, in real life, she's got a thing for me. But I don't know what to say because it's hard to resist the Sean Exotic. Stay tuned for the next episode of Sean Exotic TV. And check me out on YouTube, Tipper TV.